Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Dr. Mohammad Latif and I'm an instructor of the subject Principle of Animal Life 2. And today is the lecture number 9 in which we'll discuss about changes in DNA and chromosomes. So what is changes in DNA and chromosome means? You know DNA is the genetic material of a cell which can change, and these changes increase genetic variability and help increase the likelihood of survival in changing environments. And these changes include alteration in the base sequence of DNA and changes that alter the structure or number of chromosomes. These genetic variation basically are very important for the survival of the individual. If these genetic variations cannot take place, our genetic material cannot survive the changing environmental conditions. So this is basically a blessing of the God that in each gamete production there is a recombination, and this recombination can produce different genetic material, and every person in the universe has different genetic characteristic and different genetic behavior of the different genes. The changes can be a point mutations. What does point mutation means? That a point mutation, as you know, that DNA is made up of nucleotide, so even a single nucleotide can change, or the sequence of a single DNA, if replaced, it can have a significant effect on the coming individual. And genetic material, if change, it can have an evolutionary benefit also, because if a change continues and it is can pass from one generation to the other, it is possible to make a new species, and different new species can have, which are formed in the world, can have the consequences of the changes which take place early in the history of DNA, and which can make altogether a new species. And mutations are always random. They occur spontaneously as a result of base pairing errors during replication, which result in a substitution of one base pair for another. And there are so many agents or the environmental factors which can make these changes possible, or which may be the possible causative agent of these mutations. And one of the most important is the electromagnetic radiations. And now in this world we are living in a world of radiation, which X-rays, gamma rays, alpha rays, or there are so many other rays which are we can face in a routine life, and this can be the possible reason for mutations. Or there are different chemical mutagens which can alter the DNA, structure. We eat lot of things, and there are certain mutagens, chemicals which we inhale or which we can eat through our food. These chemicals can also can alter our DNA structure, and some of the mutations can be beneficial. As I told earlier in my slide, that if some mutation are unnoticed in an individual, it can be beneficial because the consequences of the genetic changes mostly usually negative, but the products of these mutagens, which can be manifested in proteins in millions of years, can produce a significant result, and a new species can be formed from a single mutation. Now we can talk about variation in chromosome number. The changes in chromosome number may involve entire sets of chromosomes. What does entire set of chromosome means? That we have a haploid, which is 1n number. This is a complete set, and diploid 2n is a diploid, 2 sets. When there is a complete set of chromosome can form a combination to another set, it can increase exponentially, which is called a polyploidy, which we can talk about in detail in the upcoming slide. And the other change in chromosome number is the aneuploidy, in which the entire set of chromosome is not changed, but only a single chromosome can add, or a single chromosome can miss from the entire set. So this condition is called aneuploidy. If the addition of one chromosome to the normal 2n chromosome number, which is 2n plus 1 is called because one chromosome is added to the normal chromosome number. This condition is called trisomy. And if a single chromosome is deleted from a normal set, which is a 2n chromosome, it is called monosomy, which is 2n minus 1. मैं इसको थोड़ा सा उर्दू में भी इलैबोरेट कर दूं, क्योंकि ये कॉन्सेप्ट समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि अगर एंटायर सेट ऑफ क्रोमोसोम चेंज होता है तो इसको हम पॉलीप्लॉइडी कहते हैं। पॉलीप्लॉइडी का मतलब यह है, एंटायर सेट से क्या मुराद है कि जो 1n है ये एक कंप्लीट सेट, 23 को हम अपनी केस की बात करते हैं, 23 क्रोमोसोम हम हैप्लॉइड सेट, ये एक कंप्लीट सेट है। इसी तरह डिप्लॉइड जो कि 46 नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स पर मुश्तमिल है, ये डिप्लॉइड है। अगर एक कंप्लीट एंटायर सेट हमारे साथ आगे जुड़ जाएगा तो इसको 3n कहेंगे, और अगर 2 एंटायर सेट हमारे साथ आके जुड़ जाएंगे तो इसको 4n कहेंगे। इसको हम आगे जाके समझाएंगे आपको, लेकिन इस कंडीशन को हम कहते हैं पॉलीप्लॉइडी। लेकिन अगर सिर्फ 1 या 2 क्रोमोसोम किसी के अंदर चले जाते हैं या किसी गैमेट से कम हो जाते हैं तो इस कंडीशन को हम एन्यूप्लॉइडी कहते हैं। अगर 1 क्रोमोसोम ऐड हुआ है तो इसको हम ट्राइसोमी कहते हैं। अगर 1 क्रोमोसोम निकल गया है तो हम इसको मोनोसोमी कहते हैं। और इसके जेनेटिक कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस हैं, यानी ये जेनेटिक इनबैलेंस पैदा करती है और एबनॉर्मलिटी लेके आती है इन कमिंग इंडिविजुअल। इसके काजेस क्या हो सकते हैं? जो सबसे बड़ा काज है वो नॉन डिस्जंक्शन है। व्हाट इज नॉन डिस्जंक्शन? आपने पढ़ा होगा, जब मियोसिस मैंने आपको पढ़ाई थी तो उसके अंदर मैंने आपको होमोलोगस क्रोमोसोम्स के बारे में बताया था और उसके अंदर क्रॉसिंग ओवर की बात की थी कि दो होमोलोगस क्रोमोसोम बिल्कुल एक दूसरे के आगे करीब आ जाते हैं और क्याज़मेटा फॉर्मेशन होती है और एक्सचेंज ऑफ सेगमेंट होता है जिसको हम क्रॉसिंग ओवर कहते हैं। तो ये प्रोसेस है नॉर्मल जो रूटीन में होता है जिससे एक्सचेंज ऑफ सेगमेंट्स होता है। लेकिन अगर ये फॉर्मेशन हो, यानी क्याज़मेटा फॉर्मेशन हो और क्रोमोसोम एक दूसरे से अलग ना हो सके, if there is fail to separate from each other, this process is called non-disjunction, and non-disjunction is the main reason of this aneuploidy or polyploidy. And the gametes produced are either deficient in one chromosome or have an extra chromosome. If one of these gametes is involved in fertilization with a normal gamete, the monosomic or trisomic condition results, and aneuploidy variation usually results in severe consequences involving mental retardation and sterility. से मुराद कि they are not even able to produce their offsprings. And basically this is the picture which tell you process of non-disjunction. This is non-disjunction in meiosis 1 and this is non-disjunction of X containing sperm in meiosis 2. Basically this is a sperm, this is a male gamete in which there is a two type of sex chromosome. One is the X type and another one is the Y type. And this is meiosis when all the chromosomes are duplicated. So when meiosis when two cells form, you will see, you are seeing it that one gamete or one cell have all X and Y chromosome and the other cell do not have any sex chromosome. So when the gametes are formed from this, it has an X gamete and a Y gamete, and it is again X gamete and a Y gamete. But when the gametes are produced from this cell, it does not contain any gamete. So when any one of these gamete combine to a normal gamete, it has one missing sex chromosome which result to an abnormal person. And this non-disjunction phenomena occur in meiosis 1. And if this non-disjunction phenomena occur in meiosis 2, what will happen? That from meiosis 1 or 2 cell form, you will see both have one sex chromosome each, and when this convert into 2 cell, both have an Y chromosome in their gamete, but this cell when produce its 2 cell gametes, all the X chromosome are come in one cell and the other cell do not have any sex chromosome. So when this combines to a normal gamete, it does not have any sex chromosome and the resulted offspring have insufficiency of an X chromosome. But on the other way, if this gamete combined to a normal gamete, the individual have an extra X chromosome, and this is also an abnormality because the extra chromosome can produce a Klinefelter syndrome in which the offspring looks female-like or a male-like, and it unable to produce its offspring. Now we talk about the variation in chromosome structure, that is within a chromosome what kind of changes can occur. So हम अब इसमें ये देखेंगे, पहले हमने देखा है कि पूरा एक क्रोमोसोम चेंज हो जाता है, ये चला जाता है, ये कम हो जाता है, ये ज्यादा होता है, लेकिन अब हम ये देख रहे हैं कि अगर सिंगल एक क्रोमोसोम है और उसके अंदर भी चेंजेस आती हैं तो उसके क्या रिजल्ट्स हो सकते हैं. तो सम चेंजेस में इन्वॉल्व्स ब्रेक्स इन क्रोमोसोम which can be deletion, in which some of the part of the chromosome may be lost, or it may be addition, in which some of the part of the chromosomes are added duplicately, and it may be inversion, in which a part of the chromosome is inverted to 180 degree, यानी जो नॉर्मल सेगमेंट है वो इन्वर्टेड हुआ है 180 डिग्री के और वो रिवर्स हो गया. और अदर जो चेंज हो सकती है वो ट्रांसलोकेशन हो सकती है, जिसके अंदर तो होमोलोगस क्रोमोसोम या नॉन होमोलोगस क्रोमोसोम अपने सेगमेंट को एक्सचेंज कर देते हैं. इसकी पूरी एक डिटेल आगे एक वीडियो मैंने अपलोड की है, उसके अंदर बहुत ही डिटेल में आएगा. और ये तमाम चेंजेस, all these changes can occur spontaneously, and various environmental agents are also responsible for these variation in chromosome structures. The environmental agents can be ionization radiation, X-rays, and others, certain chemicals which can also induce these changes. And the effect of changes in chromosome structure may be mild or severe depending upon on the amount of genetic material duplicated or lost. और इनका जो genetic effect है, यानी इसका जो consequences है इन addition का deletion का, ये बहुत ही severe हो सकता है. और ये जिस individual के अंदर ये changes आएंगी वहाँ serious consequences आ सकते हैं और उनकी इसकी इंटायर लाइफ जो है वो सवियर हो सकती है. अब हम जो अगला टॉपिक आपको जो पहले मैंने थोड़ा एलैबोरेट किया है उसको हम पॉलीप्लॉइडी कहेंगे, जिसके अंदर कंप्लीट सेट ऑफ क्रोमोसोम जो होता है वो ऑर्गेनिज्म के अंदर आ जाते हैं. और इसके अंदर अगर एक सेट आएगा तो इसको हम ट्राइप्लॉइडी कहेंगे. मतलब 3n मीन्स कि 2n जो नॉर्मल है उसके अंदर पूरा एक एंटायर सेट आ गया, 1n आ गया, तो इस कंडीशन को हम ट्राइप्लॉइडी कहेंगे. इसके अलावा जो अगली कंडीशन है उसको हम टेट्राप्लॉइडी कहेंगे, जिसके अंदर 1 डिप्लॉयड सेट ऑफ क्रोमोसोम इन ईच पेयर जो है वो एडिशन हो जाती है. और जो 2n जाइगोट होता है वो फेल हो जाता है डिवाइड होंगे आफ्टर रेप्लिकेटिंग इट्स क्रोमोसोम, और जो सब्सिक्वेंट माइटोसिस होती है वो फिर 4n के एम्ब्रियो पैदा करती है. और जो थर्ड कंडीशन है जिसको हम मोज़ेक पॉलीप्लॉइडी कहते हैं, ये बहुत ज़्यादा कॉमन है कंप्लीट पॉलीप्लॉइडी की जगह एनिमल्स के अंदर. और इसके अंदर डिफरेंट पॉलीप्लॉइडी जो सेल्स होते हैं, से फॉर एग्जांपल मुख्तलिफ सेल्स जो होते हैं जो इंडिविजुअल्स के अंदर एनिमल्स के अंदर होते हैं, उनके अंदर पॉलीप्लॉइडी पाई जाती है. ह्यूमंस के अंदर लिवर सेल है, उसके अंदर 8n तक भी ऐसे सेल्स हैं जहाँ पॉलीप्लॉइडी पाई जाती है. सो ये जो है जो चेंज इन क्रोमोसोम स्ट्रक्चर है, सॉरी क्रोमोसोम नंबर है, उनके भी इफेक्ट जो है वो आ सकते हैं। अच्छा, इसमें एक और बात आपको बताने वाली है कि प्लांट्स के अंदर नॉर्मली ये जो पॉलीप्लाइडी है ये इंड्यूस्ड की जाती है एक्सपेरिमेंटली। कुछ एनिमल्स के अंदर भी ये एक्सपेरिमेंटली इंड्यूस की जाती है, सच एज फ्रॉग्स और रैबिट्स के अंदर, और उससे डिफरेंट रिजल्ट्स जो हैं वो लिए जाते हैं एक्सपेरिमेंटल बेसिस के ऊपर, जो सिग्निफिकेंस है उनकी वो मालूम करने के लिए। इससे आगे आपको एक स्लाइड आएगी जो एक एनिमेशन आएगी जो कंप्लीट ओवरव्यू देगी अबाउट चेंजेस इन क्रोमोसोम स्ट्रक्चर।
What are chromosomal aberrations? In an organism, any visible abnormality in chromosome number or structure from the diploid set is known as chromosomal aberration. The chromosomal aberration is divided into deletion, duplication, inversion, and transversion. Let us see the structural chromosomal aberrations. Let us see about deletion. The loss of a segment of the genetic material in a chromosome is called deletion. It may be terminal or intercalary. When the deletion occurs near the end of the chromosome, then it is called terminal deletion. Example, Drosophila and maize. When the deletion occurs in the middle of the chromosome, then it is called intercalary deletion. Most of the deletions lead to death of an organism. What is duplication? When a segment of a chromosome is present more than once in a chromosome, then it is called duplication. Example, the order of genes in a chromosome is A, B, C, T, E, F, G, and H. The genes G and H are duplicated. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, G, and H. In Drosophila, corn and peas, a number of duplications are reported. Some duplications are useful in the evolution of the organism. Now let us see about inversion. It is another chromosomal abnormality in which the order of the genes in a chromosomal segment is reversed by an angle of 180 degrees. Example, the order of genes in a chromosome is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Due to aberration, the sequence of the genes becomes A, B, C, D, G, F, E, and H. There are two types of inversion: pericentric and paracentric inversion. In pericentric inversion, the inverted segment of the chromosome contains centromere. Sometimes it is responsible for the evolution of the organism. The 17th human chromosome is acrocentric, while in chimpanzee, the corresponding chromosome is metacentric. In paracentric inversion, the inverted segment of a chromosome has no centromeres. What do you mean by translocation? It is a kind of a chromosomal abnormality in which the interchange of the chromosomal segment occurs. When translocation occurs between two non-homologous chromosomes, then it is called as reciprocal translocation or illegitimate crossing over. The translocation is divided into heterozygous translocation and homozygous translocation. In heterozygous translocation, one member of each pair of chromosome is normal and the other member is with interchanged segment. In homozygous translocation, both the members of the paired chromosomes have translocated segments. They play an important role in species differentiation. Translocation causes hereditary disorders.